Ooh, what a cracking sump. Wow, now that is one of the best big ends I have ever seen. Ooh. Oh! Yes, hello. So, we're rumbling on into stage 2, and stage 2 is where we have to take the girl apart in the initial place. I have to admit I'm a little trepidatious about it because, you know, we're taking the OG out of it and there's a whole purity thing going on there that I'm going to ignore. The logistics are going to be key with this because we've got to get all of this out, store it safely, and we've got to get the original engine out, and we've got to perform some tasks. So there's a fuel line thing, there's a clutch line thing, linkages, shifters, a few other bits and pieces that need to be done prior to that going in there. And it's not just the engine that's coming out, it's the whole lot. So all the suspension, all that, you know, we've done it all. So so all of that's going to be, this is a big operation, and managing the workshop here is going to be key, especially considering I've only got one engine hoist, and I have to have the engines, both engines will be out for a reasonable period of time. So we're going to have, I'm not going to say fun, but it is going to be interesting. Got a limited time frame available to us now because tuning is booked, and that means that we are up against it in the sense that I've lost a couple of weeks for various other things, the lemon being one of the main reasons, but we're not going to go into that now, it's done. So we really got to crack on here, and obviously me talking about all this and waffling, I could be, you know, stripping things down. Yeah, I did say that out loud. Anyway, let's have a crack. That was a fight, because rusty, and that's amazing because they've only been on there like a year, 18 months. So I figured it was a good opportunity because all of this has got to come off, the whole cooling pack and mess. But what we've also got to do here is I need to take a few measurements first, just to have a look at something. This was the most compact intercooler I could get, and I didn't go for a second-hand one because all the people selling the second-hand ones were arseholes. They were just idiots. So this is a brand new Fiat Bravo intercooler. Now if this fits in, and there was my concern, because that is pretty much flush with the bumper. So I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do there yet, because when I bought this and I looked at all the listed measurements, they didn't include this seam. So this might actually be useless. Which is great, you know. A lot of people who do this conversion get rid of the AC. I don't want to do that. This could be the wrong thing, which is a shame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There is no way that fits. That's where we are with that. So those fog lights are definitely, I think that we can fit the one way, but those fog lights are definitely not happening unless we do something significantly different with the intercooler. That's our problem. His problem isn't clearance on there, it's clearance on the fog lights. So those as a bare minimum would have to come out. I'm not massively worried about the fog lights anyway. That's a shame. I wonder if anyone's done, you know, a thing with a fog light over here. You know, just saying. I could put an aluminium plate in there, no worries. It's going to need a new exhaust anyway, and it's a good £100 just for that pipe there. So, and the flexie's gone, which doesn't help matters. Yeah, this exhaust has seen better days. It was actually on the car when I got it, but I had to alter it and weld it, and it was the first bit of welding. No, it's not the first bit. First time I'd welded an exhaust at myself, and unfortunately, when I bought certain bits and I did this, that, and it wasn't matched up. So we've got a bit of a Franken exhaust here. However, it's done pretty well considering it's been on the car for coming up 2.5 years. The back box is stainless, and that's actually staying because that's a what do we call it? A surrogazon. And I have every intention of getting caught on the. I have every intention of keeping that because it's a really nice box, you know, like your mum's. It amazes me as well, or something else that amazes me, is all these fixings here and everything that we got going on here. They're not old, they're a few years old at best. Mad, isn't it? I mean, look at the state of this. Doesn't matter, does it? It's gone. It's out here. 86th. More for the scrap man. Right. So there's that. Oh, that's something else we got to do. Before we do any of this, we've got to disengage the steering rack, which has got to be done from inside. Okay. Now, it does amaze me actually, because the amount of times that I've done certain things on this car, and I'm sat here thinking, I should know how to do this, but I can't remember. I just can't remember. Luddite bar. Come on. That is that done, because that now will drop straight out there.
Yet I waste my life away. Maybe I could try to find all the good things locked inside. I find some things that are gonna hold me back. What if I could, but I can't? 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 Now I find life a little tired, 'cause all I do is sleep. Yeah, I know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta keep. Maybe I could try to find all the shit that's locked inside. I kill all the things that hold me back. And what if I could, but I can't? 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 If I was lost upon a ship at sea, would you send someone to rescue me? If I was blind, then would you help me see all the things you put in front of me?
Petrol or road? Same with you. You're not petrol, are you? You are some sort of breeder. There we go. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. Now, will this be easy as well? So the other problem we've got is this. I wanted to pull this all off in one, but this bad boy here, which I found out, I thought that these were, because I replaced this a little while ago, and I thought that these were, you push the little plastic thing in, it pops out and this pops off. and I couldn't do it the other night. It was, well, there you go. And it turns out that's exactly what is supposed to happen. I was right, and I was cursing my own stupidity. I was, all manner of things were going on. I was doubting my own sanity. But it turns out that it's just, they seize, people actually end up cutting them all the way down. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't, you know, this is not, this is, and I don't particularly want to destroy it, but it might be, I don't have a lot of choice at the moment. I don't know what to do. Nope. So we've got to move to plan B with it, which is, and it's not the end of the world. None of it's the end of the world, but still annoying. So, because I was hoping to bring it off as one system without having to actually, because now it's just going to leak bloody fluid everywhere. Oh, man. The whole thing's going to have to be replaced anyway with a pipe that fits. Well, it's done now. It's done, and that is lower than the reservoir, so it will leak. We'll see. So all of this is now disconnected. I can't remember what half of this does typically. Even the aircon is disconnected at the back. Those coolant hoses, cooler heater hoses disconnected. There should be no wiring because everything is loomed. The loom is attached to the engine, and then that loom attaches to, well, that basically, and there's a few other bits and pieces, and that goes onto there, and that should be it. Now what'll happen is I haven't actually figured out how to attach this to the crane yet. I will in a second. But what happens is this should, when it lifts out, or I lift this out a bit and move it over, we should have an idea. And if we do it nice and slow, easy catchy monkey, that type of thing, it should give us any visibility of anything left attached, because yeah, I can't bloody remember half the stuff that's back there, but we're about to find out. So let's hook this up and see what happens. Now another problem we got is you see, oh, actually I can make that work. I can make that work. But what we might have to do is go up a bit to bring this forward a bit to do it safely. Right. needs to go straight down. Ah! Yes, okay. Right. Okay, so the next one is the battery cable off the, and you're caught on there as well, aren't you? So are you caught on there? That bracket there doesn't actually do anything. So there you go. That was actually fairly fine, but I gotta go and get another pallet tomorrow. But we'll just leave that there for now. I was afraid of this. Oh yeah, they're fantastic. It looks worse than it is. I'm saying that because this is not, it hasn't gone through at all. It's still remarkably solid. Now, part of me wants to weld a plate over that. The other part of me is saying it isn't a problem. It just isn't. So well, I'll be honest, I'm of the inclination here to clean it up, treat it properly, and put a crap load of polyurethane over it. And I'll be honest with you, these I can see where they're starting to go in places, and you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull. I'm just going to treat it as I can. It's important that you get this stuff on, because it does take a little there we go. There we go. Now you can't put it on too thick because it will never dry. And it's, I think it's fantastic stuff. Science is brilliant when it comes to these things. Now, back in the day, I would have gone out and spent money on a special paintbrush. It would have got me in there, no problem. These days, I try and find alternative solutions that, you know, because with the fact that uniroller tape is 4 times the price it used to be, it does, wait, stay there. Beg the question why anyone would not, you know, if you need a tool, you make a tool. Yes, this is far from an efficient operation, but it is, however, getting the job done. not been helped by me losing a memory card. That's really annoyed me, that has. So we had a few issues with the unit. The workshop, the Empire of Dirt, had a bit of a infrastructure failure. The gate fell off, and I spent an entire day welding it and sorting it out. Quick rundown. That's all nice, done. It's good, that is. Yeah, that's solid. Been treated with Vactan, so have everything inside there and all round everywhere else. It's all been done. Anyway, so one of the things that we have to do is we've got to change the fuel pump and put a return fuel line in, and I'm going to do this bit by bit. So I have got clips coming to attach another line to either one of these. It doesn't really matter, they both go roughly the same place. I don't know what it looks like towards the back of the car, haven't got a clue. I've got to take the seat out and all of that jazz and everything else. So yet again, the GoPro battery being a pain in the ass. I've cleaned this out as much as possible to prevent any crap going down inside the tank. We've had a little bit of a petrol spill, and now what we're trying to do is just loosen this ring on here. Now, I don't have the proper tool for doing this, so what I'm doing is I'm improvising. And you've got to be careful. Well, obviously you've got to be careful when you're doing it like this, because it just doesn't, the margin for error is huge. What a knob! Jesus Christ. Okay, 1, 2, 3, hey! Well, I tell you what's frightening about that is if you saw the amount of chunk that's in the bottom of here, it's bloody frightening. That's the other way around. Is that going to be a problem? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. See, the only way I can think of altering this that's what I was worried about. See, when you do something like this, these are all the little things that no one tells you about, because no one knows. And if I cut that too far down there, we're going to have a problem. So we need a solution to tighten this up, because not tight. We need a, probably, I feel better with a new gasket. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to remove this heat shielding, because it's covering everything up at the moment. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Opinion, because we did quite a bit to this car nearly 3 years ago, and I don't think that's a massive amount of time. Am I missing one somewhere? Am I missing one? I don't think I am. I knew it. Always get something in my bloody eye. Oh, what was that? I missed something. I haven't missed a clip anywhere, have I? No. Oh my word. What a palaver. I'm saying that far too much. There we go. Now, I put the order in with the parts varies for this pipe a little while ago, probably a few months. I've lost count. It's all gone, you know. And I ordered cunifer pipe, and the reason why you get cunifer pipe to use on a vehicle, apart from obviously the corrosion resistance and all of that jazz and everything else, is it's quite malleable. And if you were to use, say for instance, straight copper, you will get work hardening, you will get, and that's through vibration, and you could get cracks and you could get leaks. And in a fuel line, you don't want that. Now, I ordered cunifer, but having done a little bit of work with this, because cunifer's quite malleable, see, it's quite bendy, it's quite, you know, I'm not convinced this is cunifer at all. In fact, I think that somebody has just sent me bog standard copper. It looks like it, because cunifer's got a slightly bronzier colour. However, I'm now in a position where this is what I've got. Now, I'm not too worried about this work hardening. I'm not too worried about it because it's two straight pieces in it. This piece bike, I'm going to decide to do it in two sections. And I'm doing it differently now because I know that I got myself a little, you know, yeah, one of these, you know, and I've hopefully that'll help, you know, take some of the stress out of what we got to do. I'm not sure I'm going to get some of the radiuses I need, but you know, we got what we got. I'm going to use with the actual feed line, the fuel out of the tank line, the fuel up to the front, that I'm not touching, other than the fact that because this goes this way on that one, on the other one it comes out like that. I've had to change to one of those, which means I've had to yeah, and that pipe, once that pipe is, I think it's heat formed, you destroy it. And what I've had to do is I've got another connector that I'm going to put a little, yeah, so that's all good. But this at the moment is where we are now. I'm yeah, that's I'm pretty sure that we've been done on this, you know. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it piece by piece. I haven't got any string, and it's really annoyed me. All this year, and I'm just gonna have to use a tape measure. So I'm gonna get myself a new glove. Because we're in free fall here at the moment, in the sense that I'm just buying bits and throwing it at the car, because I'm kind of panicking. See, I'm gonna have the door open in here and the fan on, because that opening that tank like that, you can smell the petrol, is something else, that is. So yeah, that's where we are. And what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do a bit of a job with I'm sure there's something I can use to yeah, alright, I was had with that, never mind. I'm pretty sure for our application cunifer will be more than adequate. Sorry, this pipe will be more than adequate. So that's 40 bend, 7 bend. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll actually cut the piece, we'll straighten the piece and cut it to length. So 7 bend. Put a bit extra on there. Now, I did used to know a trick for straightening this stuff out, but I can't for the life of me remember what it is. So be careful. I'm pretty sure this is just copper. What did we decide on? 140? Oh Christ. I'm used to using thinner stuff than this, but I decided to go with 8mm because that's actually the pipe that goes into the return on the fuel pump is 8mm. So all the plumbers out there freaking out. my God! Wonder what Mark Owen's doing today. Bet he's not making a fuel return line out of copper pipe to fit his Fiat Panda. So that's how you do this. Now this is supposed to, okay, alright. So that needs to be 90. Okay. Might even put a bit of silicone on it to aid its ooh, well, it's a damn sight better than using doing it the way I did it last time. I'll take that. Better, but now we're too long on there, aren't we? So we just need to tweak you a bit. That one's still too bloody long. This little bad boy here is the actual, it's an Abarth clutch pipe. Now, I couldn't see any differences in the slave cylinder, sorry, master cylinder, which is that there, which I'm going to ignore. And then this, which more or less, and I think this is just worn more than anything else. This is the original, this is an Abarth clutch. And yes, there are differences. And I think with a little bit of heat and what have you, or just making it work in the right place, that can fit nicely, and then that looks about right, you know. So that was difficult to get hold of, because when people break cars, or break the Abarths anyway, because a lot of them end up upside down in fields and wrapped around trees, things like this get chucked. And things like that, they're left with the shells. No one, because why would you want one? So if you're breaking an Abarth, that type of stuff is useful. Exhaust heat shield. Aluminium, you think? No, it's aluminium coated steel. As you can see, I'm paying close attention to how this is all finished and the overall sort of look. Of course, there's always this to wrestle with. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really looking forward to that, but it's got to be done. Absolute bell end. So oh, it's nice and soft. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Unfortunately, when I first kind of had all this apart, when I was originally building it, or rebuilding it I should say, a lot of it was well, it wasn't as it should be. There you go. It's a good thing we checked. In fact, I think what happened previously is this one was broke, so I had to replace it. Anyway, more tools. Why am I always missing a crosshead screwdriver? Oh, that one's broken. That's a shame. I think I've tried to glue it. That's indeed a shame. There's nothing I can do about it now. Christ, that one's not even tight. We're about to find out. See, these are all the little things you wouldn't know about. Because I definitely didn't know. Isn't it fun finding out? Come on. It's like we're going to be missing a few bits, which is a shame. I'm going to have to worry about that again. Right now, what I'm going to need to worry about is... okay. Does this work? Right. Put it through one at a time, I think. Another two on you first. Sort that out. Rub a bit nicely in the hole. Let's get rid of this. Right. So, about to join the set of tools that I've got. One hit wonders, one night stands. This is this, and it's a device for putting on these fantastic things and doing all of this jazz and what have you. And oh god, so you see this being too complicated for its own good. Let's use it on the top of there. Yes, I tell you what. Right, scooch these in a bit. Right, oh, that's a bit better. Should have done it like that in the first place. So, Yeah, that one's going to take a little bit of doing, because we've got to, in fact, we'll do this, because it doesn't matter. We'll do this one first, that one there, because this one's going to take a bit of extra soldering, because I squished the pipe. I am over egging the pudding on this one because it's a bit. Yeah, yeah. Right, so we've got a bit of a, I want to get this tied off at the back and in place at the back, so we've got that to finish off. That's all, this is all Abarth now. That's Abarth. We need to have a bit of a tidy up. I've run out of loom tape, but I've got loads more. I just forgot to bring it with me. And then that's done. We've got to have a bit of a degrease in here, because, you know, apparently this is frowned on. Well, it's kind of ready to go in as it is, but we've got a few things to do, so, but we do need to get that loom. And there's a bit we've got to repair on it and so on. But other than that, let's get round the back and get this bloody thing sorted, hopefully for the last, because I am so done with this now. So that's not, we've got plenty of slack in it. Could use a different clip. Except that's on the wrong way now. Painful. The only way to describe this, painful. Right. I actually, and I kind of went ahead and did this because this thing had run out of battery and I was sorting it all out. That is now, I replaced that because that pipe was coming down there and the radius was too tight in it. So what I've done now is I've put a copper bend in there and flared that bit of pipe there that goes up there, and that's got a nice tail into the so we are now, and that's fitted nicely in there, and those clips are doing a fantastic job, although I am going to put a cable tie, I got a couple of cable ties on it just to be, you know, and I'm debating whether to run a test on a fuel pump. I might do that because I've got some other things to do, and to be honest with you, I am so done with this for now. This was supposed to be a quick bend a bit of copper and, oh my god, see what I mean? Bend a bit of copper, sort it out, check it out, check that it don't leak, and we're good to go. And this has been nothing but a nightmare, to be honest with you, partly because I tried doing it quick, and partly because in hindsight, and if anyone else is doing this, what I would do is I would get a scrap Panda, and I should imagine they're all the same, because they all have the same line running from the tank and the same tank and everything else. Even a 500, they will have a feed line, and that feed line, you know, I've also just realised I've got a bloody charcoal, but I could have used that blue line. Oh, I'm not going there. Right, but you could use, this is the, because you've got a line that's already made or cut, or, you know, in the right ballpark, as it were. Blue was the only one I could get. And that's going to go in there. There we go. Lovely. I might as well drop this car down a bit, and we do this anyway. So, I like the way it's labelled. We've got positive red, negative brown. So on there, negative, positive, red and purple. Purple, yellow, red, 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 purple. Okay. What did we decide? We decided that the first one in there, the red, was a positive. So on that side, that's not a good sign. I got this the wrong way around? I don't think I have. Arse. Oh, it's a bloody good thing we checked. Hey, guess what? We get to use the tool again. Right. I'm not fantastically impressed with its ease of use. Completely different. Joy. That one there is positive, this one here is negative. So in theory, if I do this, that's got a positive on it. We've got a Duff fuel pump. Me, that's annoying. It's a good thing we checked. It's a damn good thing we checked. Faulty. Well, that's done me in for today now. Right, I'm not going to do too much of it because I've got all the stuff and I'm on my phone. So, old OEM pump. Yeah. New OEM pump. Brand new OEM pump, because that was the best thing I could do. I am going to test this before. It's just not. I've got to. I can't not. They're identical, so this should be fine. But I'll be honest with you. I'm going to do all this, sort all this out, get it in the car, test the loop, and I've done with it because I am. Yeah. Right, don't know if you can hear that, but it's running. So I'm gonna have to excuse the shaky camness of it all. And that's all I was trying to do, just to prove we got flow, and that's quite a bit of flow as well. I don't know what the pressure would work yourself out at. Pump's supposed to be rated to about 5 bar, something like that. So yeah, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what the flow rate is, but the new filter's working, all of that's working. I don't appear to have any leaks. Now, I'm gonna go and check, alright? So we've been running now for 20 minutes-ish, and as you can see, it looks like there's nothing flowing, doesn't it? But trust me, it is. So this is great. It's nice and quiet. It's nice and well, it's just working. I don't know why I'm surprised. It's not leaking anywhere. It's just spot on. So I'm not gonna worry too much. I'm just gonna crack on with things. We did have to invest in a new fuel pump, and I'll be honest with you, you roll the dice for second-hand parts. I thought it was the right thing to do. I like recycling, you know, but yeah, that one went wrong. And it being as we acquired it quite a bit of time ago, it's not as if I can throw it back at somebody and say, "Oi!" But there you go. You roll the dice. Sometimes you get snake eyes.
It's alright, that.